Hello. So what happened was 2 days ago, someone asked me for advice about a job offer. So someone I didn't know, and it happened late at night. And in case you're thinking strange thoughts, this wasn't a lady. It was through LinkedIn, and as far as you could tell, it was an earnest young man. So you see, he has secured a job offer for a data center in Johor, one of the larger ones, in fact. But his current boss is asking him, hey, don't leave lah, stay around, because you know what, data center is very new, it's not secure, right? It's not as secure as your current industry that it's in. And I think he's in food and beverage industry. So honestly, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, I don't know why he asked me for advice, because I'm probably not your ideal kind of worker, right, in the sense. But maybe because I've been writing about data center for quite a while in the last few years, that's why he asked me for advice. So that's why I answered to him. I said, well, the decision is yours to make. I can't decide for you. But let me tell you a few things that I know. The new company that you are about to join or has given you an offer has invested a lot of money in the data center. They wouldn't have done so if they're not confident that's going to make them money. And operationally, data center have to be kept running. They can't just leave it empty once it's built. You need someone to run it. And unlike, when Seagate in Singapore moved to Thailand some years ago, you can't just offshore your data center. Your machines are stuck there. You can't just say, let's ship it over somewhere else. So in a way, isn't it quite secure, right? But I say you're going to make your own decision. So hi, in case you're wondering why I'm sharing this story, it is because, as we know by now, that Thailand is in the beginning of data center hypergrowth. And my name is Paul Ma, and I'm the executive editor at w.media, and I welcome you to my discussion with your panelists today. So, as I said, Thailand is in the threshold of a new beginning. And ahead of us, we have both opportunities and challenges, as with every growth surge. And of course, where there's opportunity, there's also risk that will happen. So how can we make sure that Thailand gets developed into a digital hub for ASEAN? Something that is sustainable, something that will benefit the economy, something that will benefit the citizens that stay here. So I'm going to go around and do a quick 30 seconds introduction with my panelists.
Thank you, Paul. First of all, thank you. And I'm very honored to be on this panel with esteemed member from the industry and also with Mr. Paul Ma. I'm Jeffrey Tay. I'm the Chief Development and Marketing Officer for Galaxy Data Center. Galaxy Data Center parent company is Hoying. So we are China-based at this moment. Basically, my role is to do the market analysis, gather the resources needed for the market development, and then have my esteemed team, my dedicated team to support with the needed effort to build data centers in this region, starting with Thailand being the first. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Poraphan from Telehouse. Telehouse is data centers from parent companies KDDI. We have data center around the world, around 50, and we're mainly focused on interconnections. I think it's time to be interconnections and ASEAN Digital Hub in the future.
Good morning, I'm Pattaraphan Paiboon. I'm from McKenzie. Basically, my background is legal. I used to work for the Thai telecom regulator as well.
Yes, good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Amorn Harnkham. I'm the AI CERT Training Director under the PSTC Academy. PSTC Academy, we are the leading academy to produce upskill, reskill for the people, those who serve for the data center, for AI and cloud industry in Thailand. We play a very, very crucial roles to support the organization of the upcoming of the influx investment in data center in Thailand. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So as you can see, our panelists here is diverse, right? In the sense that not just operators, but really from the legal aspect as well as from the AI training aspect. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so we know that Thailand is showing signs of hyperscale data center growth. So maybe could I have first, you could jump in. What is happening from your perspective?
I guess from the overall Southeast Asia market, all right, I think everybody know the uproar. Maybe about 8 to 40 months ago, Johor has become very overheated with them renewing their policies around power since July this year. All right. Also, I think you'll hear a lot of maybe news about how they want to evolve their water supply, how they want to do their water treatment. So all this involvement is happening in Thailand. All right. And Thailand has been targeted as the next AI hub. As we may have here, and the trends that's happening is that many, or rather the 7 major AI on the neo cloud guys are coming into this region to to cater for the capacity for their AI growth. So this is what is happening right now in Thailand. And as Galaxy Data Center, we are lucky. We were fortunate to have this experience of having an 800 megawatt live data center campus in China, which is powered by our self-driven 5.5 gigawatts of renewable energy, of which 4 gigawatts is on wind power and 1.5 or so is on solar power. So these are self-generated. We provide to the grid and supply to our own data center. So with this immense knowledge that we have built over the last 4 to 5 years in China, we have a good grip of what the Thailand market is looking for in terms of 4 aspects. One is rules and regulation, policy and regulation. Next is ecosystem. Last but not least is the speed to market. And finally, talent pool. I will go later part to address this on how Hoying or Galaxy Data Center is trying to address this in the market and supporting the Thailand market.
Right. So not just so it's fast growth, but not just a traditional way of just build and sponging off all the water and energy, but really new ways to generate energy through renewables and other methods.
Okay, I think this really changed for many years from Thailand data centers. Last 2 years, we are just only news at AWS, Google, Microsoft, we come here. But now they are already in Thai. And brings many investments in Thai. Now, today, we have around 50 BOI already improved in terms of investment and around another 40 on the listings awaiting BOI improvement for build data center in Thai. That means very big investment may be changed in the Thai for sure. And another thing is when OTT will come, that means there are many players want to connect with them. The number of connectivity is growing and become a hub in the Southeast Asia. And also as well, the big player comes. For sure, CDNs will come. For sure, carrier tier 1, tier 2 will come. And also some financials from Europe also come. That means Thai will be great because the next thing is about the AI. Because there are many OTT willing going to be invest in AI. But even AWS, Azure, and Google try to invest. And in Thai also is not the country that research the AI. But they bring many investment and many losses to Thai also. That can make Thai is very, very strong and more powerful in terms of AI in the future.
All right. Thank you.
So touch on legal in the morning, not that easy. But again, for Thailand, we've seen huge booming of the data center. So in the past, it's more like the operation from offshore for cloud and coming to Thailand. Data center, we have a few Thai data center. But the past years, huge investment promotion from the government. So therefore, it's open for foreign company to establish a data center in Thailand. And I think that's when we see the change of the law as well. So we start from investment, BOI, investment supporting data center, cloud, and also have a new one on the data hosting service. So that's the investment that in Thailand we are promoting. And I think if you have any obstacle, you can discuss as well, because we're huge on supporting the system. And the current step that we've seen so far is from the perspective of real estate, construction, and also importation of equipment. The land in Thailand are limited, but not that limited. We have facility and try to make a land that support the data center coming into Thailand. The importation of servers and equipment, that's trigger another thing that I was like, okay, this is important, is on permanent establishment. So PE, even you are offshore, if you have server in Thailand, I think that's a big deal of thinking if it would cause permanent establishment and trigger the tax implication in Thailand or not. Another thing is on the licensing. Huge growth as well, huge development. In the past, data center only could be provided only by Thai majority owned company, and foreign company can only do co-location service. But right now, foreign company can do data center. The pain point that we've seen so far is how complicated the data center is. It's not like storing the data anymore. It could be a switching as well. So it could trigger sort of network element and might trigger the foreign ownership restriction as well. I will touch another point and I'll pass to you. So another law in Thailand is on the cloud first policy, supporting the government to use cloud. But at the same time, we have data localization requirements for certain specific activities, high risk data localization. Basically, if you provide to the critical infrastructure, critical information infrastructure, regulator, and also government entities for the high risk for certain purposes, data localization would be applicable. I think this is very quite unique for Thailand. And also we have data protection law. So cross-border, that's something you might want to see. I can touch on a little bit on the enforcement, but maybe the next round.
You know, Kunpet, you mentioned that the BOI has been very supportive of data center investments. And then you also mentioned that there's a lot of laws that work together for the good. I mean, if you were to choose, right, which law or which legislation do you think have the biggest impact to actually encourage the external investors from outside Thailand to come in to build data centers?
I think BOI, because it's the beginning of everything. When the BOI support the system, support the data center, we see the trend that other regulators go in the same way as well. Because no matter how many governments that we're having at the moment or in the past, data center and digital hub as an ASEAN digital hub, always the objective of Thailand. So that trend going on in the same direction.
Very interesting. I mean, I've always read the BOI announcements with interest. So now I know it's a bigger signal than that, right? When they say, let's do it, everybody falls into line, and that's the biggest impact on data centers. Thank you. And Pattaraphan, and we were talking about AI just now, right? We were just chatting outside.
Yes, correct. I just want to give you some overview of the Thailand and the data center hubs of ASEAN. It's becoming more and more important, and it attract to many big tech companies to invest in Thailand. So in comply, no matter what, Microsoft, the Googles, or Amazon Web Service, whatever. So as Thailand is, we have the right in the strategic location in Southeast Asia, with full support for the government and also the perfect location on this, with connect to our neighboring countries as well. So we are talking about the technology. We are talking about the infrastructure. We're talking about energy like this, But all of this is what comply with the workforce or the manpower who supply for the investment of the data center, clouds, or even the AI as well, So I'm just want to share for my side as an AI training director. AI CERT training director and also PSTC Academy as well, So we are the leading academy which coordinate with the leading certification agency to produce a high-skilled person to support all upcoming investment in Thailand as well, So this is a very crucial role for us as it's a pain point of Thailand as well that we have to produce the high-quality person, no matter what, electrical engineer, the people, those who work in the data center, who comply everything and this, this is a crucial role. We have many training modules to produce people, not only data center, and also the AI as well, So we share you more later. Thank you.
Right. Do you see a lot more interest over the last 12 months in terms of courses related to, and when we talk about AI just now, you mentioned that it's not learning how to use AI, but rather how to deploy AI infrastructure, right? As well as traditional digital infrastructure. Do you see a uptick in terms of interest of people applying to get accredited or to get trained?
Yeah, I'll give you some example that we have been appointed to be like ATP, from the AI CERT, with several modules from the AI Foundation to AI Executive. We plan for the training the people, those who want to be in the AI industry in Thailand as well, This is very crucial role. And also we have partners in neighboring countries, no matter we're in Laos, in Cambodia, in Vietnam, Bangladesh, the Philippines as well, we have the same course like this. So I just want to summarize that we prioritize on the high-skilled people who support and supply to the coming and the big investment for this part.
Thank you. And I'm going to jump to the next question, right, on the list. And, we always talk about power, we talk about connectivity, and nowadays we talk about sustainability as well. So how is Thailand strengthening these foundations to sustain the current growth?
Thank you, Paul, once again. Earlier, I mentioned about there's 4 key segments or key areas that we focus on, right? So one is the policies and regulations. This means addressing with not only BOI, but ERC. You heard about ECAT, PEA. So what Galaxy Data Center is doing is that we are having constant, frequent dialogue with these people, either through face-to-face, through workshop. We are sharing what we have learned over the last 5 years in China, leveraging our technology. How do we integrate the renewable energy into black energy? And how do we balance that between the AI load? And we have a specific I won't call it a product, but a methodology that we use, what we call Green Power Computing Index, all right? And that's something that we developed to monitor over a period of AI load. What is the best time to apply renewable energy? And what does that mean in terms of carbon reduction and net zero? So we are in constant dialogue with the agencies, and we are inviting them to even visit our live campus to see how we are doing that with the grid and off-grid and how we are supplying that. All right. And then the next segment that we are talking about is the ecosystem. As the market evolve, I think the biggest play is how do you bring the right partner, the right technology partners, and the right solutions to the market so they adapt to the fast growth. And this is where Galaxy Data Center has a vast pool of ecosystem, and we are bringing this to share with the Thailand market. And we are not just doing it on our own. All right. We do it with our partners. We bring the partners in that aspect to share the technology and to create more jobs in the market as well. The next thing is speed to market. Speed to market has two components. One is the technology. How fast can you be? I think you all will be seeing in this workshop, and this morning you heard about some technologies and things like that. So it's about catering to the AI growth. I think just like what our chairman of TDCA has mentioned, it's about balancing. Do you have the product ready if the AI customer or the new cloud players want it? If you are not there, you might miss the boat. So it's all about speed and the technology that you can bring to the market. And what we have is a track record of building a 27 megawatt building hybrid system in 6 months as well, and go live from planning to delivery. And the last but not least is talent pool. I think what Thailand now is missing is talent pool. We are here to build program with PSTC. The chairman is here, he knows, and several universities to build product along with the training program that PSTC may have enrolled. And because we are training our people, we are employing people. In China, we are employing fresh graduates and things like that. So we have a training system as well that we will equip, I would say, the talent pool in Thailand so that they can come up to speed to cater for the fast growth of AI.
I mean, so what I'm hearing is this, right? It's not just about me and myself doing the own data center in your own corner of the country, but really it's about ecosystem where partners are brought in, skilled labor, skilled experts are hired, and together we can build the data center. And I guess the way I see that is that, they always say the rising tide lifts all boats, right? That means as the industry evolve and start building, 6 months? I don't know how you all do it 6 months, but anyway, as we improve, we improve together, hopefully to build a higher quality data centers, conforming to the latest technologies, the most sustainable and so on.
Yes, when you say ecosystem, right? I think we have to build ecosystem very strongly from the infrastructures, from the governments, from the Bureau of High Pass, from the power electricity, PEA and PPA in Thailand, even in renewable energy in Thai also. Because all things is infrastructure is based for everything. And it's not only for this year, but you have to plan for next 5 years or 10 years to be a growth, to be a singles or be an ASEAN digital hub. Because not only to serve not only in Thai, but to serve CLMV around Thailand also. But we have to build from the basements. After that, we have to build infrastructure in terms of network connection. In Thai, we have around 10 carriers that provide connectivity to around the world. That really good service, good reliability, good stable in Thai also. And we have I think a top 20 fastest internet in the world. That I think is the basement of everything to make it grow. Is now we have many from OTT investment in Thai. Is now around 200 billion Thai baht today, maybe going up in the futures. Now we have see around 100 to going to invest in Thai. That's mean very strong ecosystem. But we need to also need interconnection to connect to the world also, because we want to connect only CL and we ASEAN. We have to connect to the world. Today we have to connect to China, we have to connect to Singapore, we have to connect to US and Japan also. We are global. The world is shorting because AI is now today is not in Thai, but normally in China, in US, but everyone in Thai also need, everyone in Asia also need AI to use it. But it's now that latency is not good. That we have to bring everything inside. That means in the future, in Thai maybe they have not only for digital or data centers, but AI will become in here also. That will be growth in terms of many areas, not only connection, disease, and also the need power, needs workforce to do in AI also.
So the way I hear, I mean, you talk about connectivity as one of the key points, right? So even while all of us are busy building data centers, let us not neglect the fact that we need good connectivity in order to be able to better serve customers. And as the aspiration is for Thailand to become a digital hub in ASEAN, right? Then that is even more crucial to ensure that we don't forget the and subsea cables, they're not built in 6 months, right? They take a lot longer, no matter how advanced you go. But we need to get started on that to make sure that there's no bottleneck. Thank you so much. What about from the legal and the training part?
Well, I think the laws in Thailand quite supportive at the moment again, but then there were legacy in the past that might not support the data center or cloud or still have room for interpretation. But I guess if you have any concerns in Thailand or it doesn't fit your model, then you can discuss with the regulator. They're quite open for new investment and also new innovation or new business structure. It might take time, but data center has to be built for many years, right? So you have some time to discuss with the regulators and then how you're going to do the business, what's the concern, and how you're going to move forward. For the sustainability, we have a law on this one, but not specifically for data center yet. It's more like touch on the environment law, basically. That's how we see it.
Right, thank you. Pattaraphan?
Yes, I just want to share some view on the workforce development, upskill, reskill, or skilling people to serving for the industry as well. For PSTC alone, we collaborate with the leading educational institutions. For example, like the University of Thailand Chamber of Commerce and Rajamangala Technology Institution as well to serve this one. So often we talk. We collaborate with the major institution in Thailand. We know exactly that with the lack of the high skilled people to serve for the upcoming investment in Thailand is a crucial role for Thailand as well. So I give you, for example, like Microsoft, they need high skilled people for 100,000 people to serve for this industry. The Google, they need 150,000 people to
These
serve
are
for this
digital,
AI as well.
digital
Yeah.
employees as well, right?
Correct. This is a reason why, as a roles of the PSTC or AI CERT, that we work together on this to collaborate and upskill the people and allow them, the graduates for the people, those in this industry, to give a chance for the higher scale workforce to work in it. I give you, for example, like an electrical engineer, they work in the factories for whatever. The starting salary is maybe 20,000 baht per month. Upon the upskill to be like electrical engineer working in the data center, the high level, the high income, that allow them to do this.
If you may just interrupt a bit, because I'm just thinking about it, right? I mean, especially for digital infrastructure, when we say want to upskill them, are we talking about people who are fresh out from school?
Yep.
Or are you talking about maybe someone in mid-career, like the person who texts me,
Correct.
doing something else, and they say, you know what, let's move to data center. Are you seeing that happening?
Yes, we are doing that right now. Currently I'm talking with the director or even the major university as well. And one more thing, really lucky for Thailand as well. For the government alone, they arrange and provide some funding to support the training for the coming year. I think it's the government policy or even the Thailand agenda as well to support this one. Thank you.
I think data center industry or so-called the sustainability industry has a lot to offer. It's just not about building. It's not just about technology. There's many segments. There's investment. There's legal, obviously. All right. You need to be trained specifically for negotiation contracts around specific area. And there's also train to trainer. There need to be teacher to train people. So from a data center industry, just in all segments, there's across many platforms that you can grow and you can learn. And I see a bunch of young students here. All right. So I welcome you all to Google or to find out more about industry and join our industry. All right. So we need that in Thailand right now. And because from an operator perspective, we are finding it hard to find the right talent or the equivalent amount of talent needed. All right. So we are here to contribute and we look forward to partnering with all partners in Thailand.
So our time is almost up, but maybe we can just go one last round and maybe you could give me a 30 seconds statement, right? But where do you see Thailand as a digital hub in 5 years' time? You can just jump around. You are ready to go.
For me first, from our infrastructures and investments, I think for sure we can be ASEAN digital hub in the future. And the key thing that make Thailand be ASEAN digital hub is AI, because AI is new era and new generations 20 years ago, we talked about internet. We changed everything right now. In the e-commerce, we changed almost everything. COVID may change, right? Gateway payments, everything is come quickly. And AI is now. We already have generative AIs. We already have AI agentics. That means replace me human work in the future. Maybe because the big boom can change maybe 3 years or 5 years. We change almost everything working style. That make people turn to system. And everything will run by system. In the future, one company can be only agentic AI can run. That means everything run to the system. Growth of DC will happen. Growth of connectivity will more. And low latency become stronger. That means anti also the meters of the CLV also. We have many countries to expand, right? And we have easier to connect to Singapore, even easier connect to the China also. And today we have many demand from China to build AI data center, to build AI rack in here.
It's true. Thailand is very centralized to a lot of key countries like China, Vietnam, and the rest of Asia as well.
Yes, I just want to add more information on this. So for me personally, I come from the tourism segment as well. So actually, Thailand is the real regional hub of not only a digital hub of ASEAN, but also the tourism hub of the world as well, as we have the accessibility, the connection, the basic infrastructure for Thailand. One more thing that the people know that Thailand now, for the telecommunication, we have a 5G coverage is more than 90% covering to the country. This is a clear picture that we have very high potential for data center, AI and cloud computing in Thailand as well, And also, secondly, for the government support, no matter what BOI benefits or whatever like this, we have the perfect location. Some people don't know that Thailand is located in the perfect location in Southeast Asia. We have the mountain range around us, no typhoon, no massive destruction from the nature, like in the other neighboring countries. We are located in a safe place. So this means a lot for the hyperscale investor. Why not Thailand? Why not Thailand?
So perfect for holidays as well as for data centers. Awesome.
Quick, but for me, I think the strong incentive to be the ASEAN hub of Thailand is there and it's strong. So from the regulatory perspective, if you find any concerns or not fitting, then with that goal of being a digital hub, I think the government or regulators step back a little bit. We may have the laws that tackle scamming, data localization, or data requests in Thailand, but from my experience, it's pretty much similar with other countries. So as a big company doing data center and cloud, these are basically minimum standard that you need to meet if you're going to provide a service across the global or ASEAN. So that's what I see in Thailand, that we are working there to meet the standard of ASEAN and global, have the protection to ensure that data center in Thailand going to be legal and valid.
So the stage is set. If the rest of the industry rise to the occasion, good things will happen.
Yeah, I think maybe from my end, just to end a bit from a Galaxy perspective or from a representative from the industry, I think Thailand, as much as it is very hot right now, is high growth. But I think the policymakers need to always do a check-in again on the policy to align with the market, not just within Thailand, but around the surrounding countries as well. What is happening? Because it's easier to get sucked in with a high growth and neglect that there are policies that may change the game. If you make one wrong policy move, the whole shield could go to another country. I think that's the thing that we as players in the industry hope to have that constant dialogue with the agencies to make sure that this is done regularly, to compare that with what is going, what Thailand has to offer uniquely and what other countries is doing. I think that's the balance that I hope to see in this market.
Awesome. So thank you so much to my panelists, and let's give them a big hand, shall we?